Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Australian index, and I have two counts for this market, and this is one of them here with starting here with wave 4 sitting on this low here and working with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up here for 5 of 3, and then looking for a corrective pattern to pull us down here further. And if that's going to be the case, this little move up through here, the same on the DAX and so on, is that we need a little 5-wave structure up here to finish this before seeing it move to the downside here. The other count that we've got here, which makes it a little bit more difficult, is that we put wave 4 here, and then we look at wave 1 here and wave 2 here. We've toyed with this before as such as well here, and then this would put wave 3 higher up here in terms of this particular pattern, looking for 5 waves up here and finishing here. This is kind of in line with the Nasdaq too, because I've got to count for the Nasdaq like this as well. I know this doesn't really help us a lot and sort of confuses the issue a little bit, but the main point here is that we've always known that we've been in some type of correction here, and you know, it's possible that this could be an A wave and a B wave and a C wave to here for this wave 4 here, and then looking at 5 waves to the upside here. So we need to consider both of these counts, and we also need to consider some other points as well. So in this moving up here, if we look at this as 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 moving to here, then in both cases we'll need to see this 5 waves play out here, but then we'll either see down for 1, back for 2, and then down for 3 here, pulling down this way, or we'll see an ABC here and then moving higher from that point. So I won't know which way we've got, which count we've got here, until I see this little move come into play here, either as that or a bearish move here. I don't know any other way around it at this stage. The market's still sitting or sticking to the 6,000 here, as you can see, and when a market sticks to a number, I normally find that it's bullish because it hasn't rejected it as such. So just coming into the hourly chart and then also the tick chart, our main focus is this little trend here, finishing this off, and then looking at this little ABC pattern here, or a more bearish pattern here. This is where we need to be you know, on cue here. So this has just got it here as the bearish pattern going up here in 5 waves. So from this low here, we need to look at this as 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then coming up here to finish this on 5 here of 3, then wave 4, and then one more push up here. This push up here should be roughly the same length as this first move here. So we kind of know where we are for the time being, but now we need this to play out here. And even once we get up here, as I mentioned, we need to see this 5 waves here can also make wave 1, and then we'd be looking at an A and a B and a C here, and then a move up, or we find the 50-60% retracement level from this leg here, which will bring us back into this space here. So what we can normally do is that, you know, when a market moves to the 61.8% in this space here, if it's in if it's in 3 waves to this point, then we know that it's corrective. If it's 5 waves to this point, then we know that it's bearish. So this pattern, or this pattern to the 61.8%, will point us out. We will know when we get to here if it's bearish or if it's bullish at this point, because we'll either have 5 waves to here, or we'll have 3 waves to this point here. So that's about as much as I can see with sort of any confidence at this stage. So we'll have to stay with that. On the tick chart here, I've got it counted like this here. just a bit more clarity here. So wave 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, bit of an overlap here on this one here, and then wave 5 up through here, which would be wave 1 and 2 here, and then yeah, this is just not finished up here yet, so I can't draw on this side of the tick chart, but we can expect this market, once the cash market opens, to push up a little bit higher through here. So thinking this level here, the 6,030, which is the top of group 1, 3 is always group 1, so it will take a while to develop support on that, and that's why it can trade above it, of course, and that's why this wave 4 would come into play from this point here, which would be an ABC pattern. And it's wave 4 can pull back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, so it could pull back into this space here, but obviously we've got 6,000 as a nice support as well, so somewhere in this vicinity here. So yeah, a stronger opening and perhaps weaker in the afternoon. Alrighty, cheers.